What's good, YouTube? This is Mr. Purple Zero, and today I wanted to make a video on playing good post defense and paint defense. Before I get started, I have a few plugs. First plug is Mr. Zach Bundles. He just made a YouTube channel a couple days ago, and he wanted to get out his views on topics on NBA 2K. He feels the same way I do about the gimmicks, and I seen he had a video up about sneakers too, so go check him out, subscribe. The link will be in the description box. Pardon me. And next will be Fatal Snipes. A while back he sent me a message. He wanted to get his channel a little bit more views or whatnot. He makes videos too. Now I don't support his videos so much. I don't support the gimmicks, like he teaches some gimmicks, but I do support somebody trying to come up on YouTube, because I know what it is when you start out with like 30 or 20, 10 subscribers. I know how it is to try to get your way up, because I'm trying to do that now too. We all trying to build our way up, so I'm not gonna hold nobody back. I don't have to agree with what your videos, but I'm not going to stop you from trying to get your name up and get your name out there. Now, on with the video. Playing effective post defense is a key factor in NBA 2K11. We know that. There's a lot of people that like to, go to the post a lot, especially go to the paint a lot. So if you have a good effective post defense, that will help you win a lot more games and play better defense in general. So first things first, before anything gets started about playing the post defense, you got to be able to know your personnel. And that means if you're playing against the Thunder and somebody's like giving the ball to Perkins at like the free throw line, you don't have to run out and try to close out for a jump shot or nothing, because that's Kendrick Perkins. You got to know that he can't shoot that. And if he can, if you think he can, let him shoot that. Or if they believe they can make that shot, let them shoot that. Don't worry about trying to close out quickly on Kendrick Perkins or Tyson Chandler or somebody else that does not have a jump shot down there, that doesn't have any kind of range down there. But you do have to be able to close out on good shooters like LaMarcus Aldridge, like even Camby can shoot that mid-range. A lot of shooters that can, a lot of power forwards that can hit that mid-range jump shot. Amari Stoudemire and other Dirk Nowitzki's. You want to be able to close out on those shooters. But with that being said, a lot of the scoring from the post and the paint is not always the jump shot. A lot of people post you up, then they do a turnaround hook, or they'll do their turnaround jump shot, and that's what you want to work on stopping. So this is what I'm going to tell you. To deal with that, as soon as they start their back down, as soon as they try to post you up, as soon as they turn their back to you, I want you to tap X repeatedly. As soon as they start posting you up, because what that does is spin them around. I know you've seen it if you have done it before. It spins them around and messes them up, and it stops their dribble. It picks up their dribble. So right there, if they already had a move plan in their head, what they was going to do to you, it's not going to work. They're going to end up shooting a quick jump shot or messing up, or they're going to have to repost again. And that messes up the flow of their offense. It takes time off the clock, thus giving you better defense. So automatically, you're going to press X, tap it repeatedly until it stops their dribble, like causes them to spin. And that works on anybody that's posting you up. It works on the spin dunk. It works on a lot of the post maneuvers. Like sometimes it doesn't it doesn't work right away, so they might get that hook over you and they might score. But you can't always stop you can't stop everything all the time. But most of the time, you tap X real quick. You keep doing that. It will stop them from posting up, and it will stop them from getting off that move they're trying to do to you, any turnaround jump shot, any turnaround hook. And now defending the paint is what you got to realize, like what I said with your personnel and their personnel. You got to realize who's a threat to the paint. Now, all power forwards and centers can be a threat in the paint because of the fact that you can just hop step in and dunk, or the fact that if they get the lane, they can lay it up, they will finish. But you want to do is, you don't want to play on top of people that's not shooting the ball, that can't shoot the ball, that can't do that, like a person like JaVale McGee can't shoot. So you're not going to be up on him like you're trying to press him or nothing. You're going to give him some space, because you got to watch the lead pass. That's key when it's going to the paint. You have to watch the lead pass. So if somebody has JaVale McGee at the three-point line, I'm not running out there to close out on no JaVale McGee at the three-point line. I'm keeping my center back. And don't worry about people saying, oh, you're playing computer defense right now, because you have to worry about defending things in the game. You can't let somebody talk you out your game, or if you're playing the game, be like, yo, you're not even playing with your man. You got to be able, because you have to be able to defend what you have to be able to defend. So JaVale McGee's at the three-point line, and I see him pass the ball to the point guard, and the point guard passed it back. but JaVale McGee didn't move. Then he passes it back to the point guard. What do I think is going to happen? He's trying to lead past me. He's trying to do the give and go. So you automatically have your power forward or your center, whoever's guarding JaVale McGee, all the way back. Not enough to be inside the paint for the 3 seconds, but you want him back enough so he can't come in and get that light dunk, that light pass. Because a lot of people do that. It's called lead pass and it's called the give and go. So you don't want that to happen to you. If you have your center or power forward in a good position, that can't happen. You can't get lead pass to depth. You can prepare for it. And when McGee or whoever, Blake Griffin, whoever it is that's going to the basket comes, your center's there already, and it's going to cause them to get a block shot, cause you to get a block shot, or just better defense. You might even give up a foul. That's called a bailout. You might even give up a foul. It happens on great defense all the time. You can play 23 seconds of good defense, but on that 1 second, if they do something gimmicky, you know, they can go to the line or even make a basket. It's just called a bailout. It happens to everybody. But you don't want to give up easy points to somebody just dumping down in the post and just getting quick, easy dunks because JaVale McGee was at the three-point line and you decided to try to close out on him. And then all of a sudden he gave it to the point guard, and then you see JaVale McGee cutting, and you're not in good position because you have nobody there. Your center's trying to guard out on the 3 instead of staying down where he's supposed to stay at the post in the paint. Now, if you have a situation where you're guarding Kevin Love, of course you're going to want your center out there, and he's not even that much of a threat when he's going to the basket. So you can afford to have maybe a power forward, or, you know, somebody can guard him when it gets down there because he's not going to OD throw it or dunk on you. Kevin Love don't have hops like that. But he is a threat on the outside. So you do want to defend him. But you don't need to play up, I don't care who it is, you don't need to play up crazy on nobody like that, like a center or power forward that's all the way out at the three-point line. When they're around the mid-range area, you do want to play up. Don't get that twisted. You do want to play up. You do want to guard the power forward or the center wherever they're at because they can shoot the ball. This game is made for the mid-range. Like, if you can shoot the mid-range, you can shoot the mid-range with almost anybody. Even low 65 mid-range shooters or 70 in the 70s, the 70 range can shoot that mid-range pretty good, especially power forwards and centers. And they're open a lot of the times. And a lot of times people don't guard them because you don't believe, or you just realize, oh, that was Aldridge, I shouldn't have left them out there. Don't leave people out there like that because they will splash it. From time to time, they will hit it a lot on a very high rate. So you want to be able to guard that all the time. Do not leave players open like that. Just understand this though. Power forwards like Blake Griffin, like I even say, what's the dude from the Pacers? Man, forgot his name, but you know what I'm talking about. That power forward too. They got hops, they got bungees, and they can shoot that mid-range. So that's the tricky players you got to worry about. You want to defend them, and you also want to be able to think like, hold on, let me take control, and I position myself that I don't get beat by the lead pass dunk, and I don't get beat by their jump shot. And guarantee when I'm getting posted up, you have to tap that XX. Just keep tapping it. Don't worry, you're not going to get a foul call on you. Just keep tapping it until it causes them to spin. After they spin now, don't keep tapping it because then you will get a foul call. You might strip the ball, but don't keep tackling. Then you might get a foul call. Now, depending on the defense you're playing, there's times where you got beat by your power forward and your center and they got to the paint. So if you have somebody guarding them and it's a one-on-one situation, don't leave your feet. Don't leave your feet. Have your point guard come over or the small forward or a two guard come over and try to poke the ball loose. You can do that. You can come over and do that. Now, I know you don't want to give up the jump shot because you left over your man, but know your personnel now. If I'm playing against Rondo, I'm the point guard. I'm playing against Rondo. I'm not playing Rondo straight up all the way up top. I'm not guarding him up top. I don't want to give him space to get in the paint because he can't lay it on me and he can hit a little small percentage of that jump shot deep in the post. But I don't want him, I'm not playing him full up top, strong defense up top, man-to-man, hard body. I'm backing up. I'm helping on other people. I'm going to try to poke the ball loose from the power forwards and the center inside the paint, or I'm going to try to help out on other players that need help. Like if I'm playing against a Rudy Gay or some LeBron James, I'm trying to help on them. I'm not helping on Rondo because Rondo is not a threat from the outside. So you got to understand your personnel. Another thing that I want to tell you about, and that will help you defend the paint and the post better, is staying on your feet. Now this is going to help you on the perimeter and in the post and the paint. Because if you're in the paint and you're jumping all the time, what does the person have to do but just go up and dunk it every time? They're going to wait for you to one pump fake and you flying. Stay on your feet. That is so key in this game. If you stay on your feet, don't worry about the jump shot. If somebody's splashing your grill because you didn't jump, take that than jumping. I'd rather not jump. When you jump, you automatically give yourself space for that mid-range. And they're going to knock the mid-range down. Because this game is made for the mid-range. You can hit that at a very high rate. Now, I usually play Hall of Fame lobby. The settings are good there. But if you're playing one of your friends or whatever, and the sliders are different or whatever, you don't know what it is, then you could get killed like that. So stay on your feet. You got to stay on your feet in this game. Do not fall for the hesitations, for the pump fake. Sometimes you can't help it, but it's good against players like Ray Allen, Carmelo. You definitely want to stay on your feet, otherwise you're gonna get burned all day. I'd rather them hit a contested fadeaway jump shot than an open mid-range splash in my grill. Like that's annoying. You don't want to do that. So stay on your feet. Tap X in the paint in the post when they're posting you up. Help out on players that don't need that need to be helped out on. Leave people like Rondo, people that can't shoot, alone. Don't press them that much. You don't want them coming in the paint catching an easy dunk, because they can do that. Rondo can do that. But you don't need to be up on them trying to steal the ball, because first of all, it's not going to be that easy to steal the ball from Rondo. He's a good ball handler, unless you're using like Chris Paul or Darren Williams, somebody that can steal the ball. But you want to be able to play him at a good enough space and front him sometimes. Front on him. Come over to him. Be up there. Sometimes fall way back. Go help somebody else. Get that person like, dang, he's not playing me, but alright, so I'm going to try to attack. You got to confuse the person a little bit. Help out. Alright, that's my little video on defense. And I'm going to try to get a little more in depth on playing defense in another video. So let me know what you think. Leave your comments. Alright, peace.